since the brief asked us to, like, it's a hipster brand. You got the beach, you got the surfer. I was looking more into, in terms of my pick, I was looking more into looking at this the magazine covers for Esquire, where you have the hand-drawn typography that plays around the image. Paul actually provided a library. He shared the library of images that I can use for the project, and I'm just limited to those images. So what I did was to expound more on the idea of the hip, of the surfer culture. I wanted to include a very raw and rough hand-drawn element to the poster. So these are the pegs that I was looking at, and then I'm also looking at a bunch of the hipster style logo design and graphic design. So from there, after I show you the pegs that I collected, I want to show you let's jump into Adobe Photoshop. Just to quickly show you how will I develop the poster for matte copy. So this image is one of the libraries that Paul shared to me. This is actually the library that, as he discussed earlier, that libraries are a way to share documents between your collaborators. So this is the library for matte copy that he shared with me. You can see all the images that I can use, and then I picked this one, this hipster dude. And then what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna drop out the background, but I'm not even gonna show you that. After I saw how Paul use select subject and select and math, I'm not even gonna attempt to show you how to do my own, because it's so primitive compared to what he showed you. So let's just jump to the next step. And then so now we have dropped out the background here. And then what I'm gonna do next is, because he also indicated the palette that I'm supposed to work with. So it's this one. What I'm gonna do is, I'm actually just gonna convert this just to drop out the saturation for this one, and load the background similar to the light blue, the powder blue palette that he indicated. So there. Now, as you saw in the Esquire magazine covers earlier, I would like to incorporate some hand-drawn feel, some hand-drawn type to this image. And then to do that, we have the normal Photoshop brushes that are readily available. And then we have them here. However, I also want to show you that there was this guy, his name is Kyle, he's from kylebrush.com. I don't know if you're familiar with his work, but he's this guy. I used to buy his brushes. I think it was around $15 per pack. And then he creates all these amazing brushes for Photoshop. And then thankfully, I don't know when it started, but I think it was in Creative Clouds 2017. Adobe bought he bought his whole business. And then what they did was, all those amazing brushes that he had, they made it available to everyone who has a Creative Cloud subscription. So actually, if you go to his website, it's here. He's announcing that he's part of the Creative Cloud, and then you can actually download all of his brushes from the Adobe website already. All of these are amazing illustration brushes that will allow you to do a multitude of things. And then what I did was, if you download all of these, I think there's more than 1,000 brushes. So you just have to pick what you want to use. But for me, I downloaded. It's also under a library. When you download it it will also be under a library. So it's gonna go under here. So this is the basic pack of Kyle's brushes. However, you can download all his brushes, over the 1,000 brushes. It's gonna fall under your library as well. But for this demo, I'm just gonna show you like this 7 brushes that he has. What I'm also gonna do is to pick the color that I want to use for this one. I also use like using Adobe Color. You can actually go there, and then if you're having a hard time coming up with the correct palette for your work, you can go to Adobe Color and then go to the website. If you have the CC subscription, you can log in there, pick a nice palette that will work with you, and then if you save it from Adobe Color, it's gonna go right into your Photoshop library, and you can access it there. So, for example, I'm gonna pick this one, and then I'm gonna start just doing some keywords. There are some keywords that I need to put that are related to math coffee, like for example, bespoke, and then artisanal, and then small batches. So all of those, I'm gonna try to work it here. Okay. For some people, you can like easily do some people like who are good in lettering. They can easily do good lettering, for example, of the letters. But for some of us who are not well versed in doing calligraphy or doing proper lettering, what I just do is as a simple hack. I just first I just type the word, for example, the letters, and then I'm gonna go to Proxima. Like I'm gonna load it, and then I'm just gonna use it as a template, as a guide, so that I won't have a hard time of trying to come up with the perfect font style for the calligraphy. So for example, for this one, let's pick go to rough airbrush. So at least using this style, I will be able to roughly, because Proxima is also the main brand font for math coffee. So at least I'm gonna have like a sketchy approach to the Proxima without applying any texture, but just using the brush. Similarly, because I want to fill, the idea is to fill this up. Like for example, just quickly just put out some nice lettering there, and then put using different fonts. I want to fill up the polo shirt of this guy with the different keywords. I'm gonna show you, like for example, for this sample that I gave you, that I used the Proxima font. You can also use like something similar to this one, a bit more cursive font. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not a calligrapher, but I use this hack to create easier styles of calligraphy that I wouldn't have actually been able to do on my own, because I'm not like that well versed in calligraphy. But what I do is I just like use a basic cursive font, and then I develop it into something of my own. Sorry. Like that. I'm just reading how the font behaves, just to create my own version of it. It's something like that. So based on that kind of approach, you can come up, like for example, for this test text, you can come up with something like this. So I mean, it's easier instead of just trying to guess your way into developing your own calligraphy style. You can just use a cursive font as a base, and then develop it into your own with the swooshes. You can develop it into your own font. So there. Now looking at this one, I'm not gonna try to fill this up right now, but just to give you the idea that I plan to develop a lot of the keywords into the body of the guy. I'm gonna show you how it looks like in the next step. In the next step, this is how it looks like when it's done. There. So the idea is to just put all of these keywords into the body of that guy. So if you see, I use the Proxima font to use that to do this MAD and then the bespoke, limited edition, small batches, other surfer keywords, surfer, hand use, and then handcrafted. And then I fill up the remaining space with I just doodle bomb the rest of the spaces there just so that it will look nice. And then next, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do I'm just to have the text wrap a bit better on the body of this guy. I'm just gonna do like a quick displays on the text.
May relationship ba kayo dyan?
The displays is what we can use to make the text that I just created to hug to be mapped better on the cloth of the guy instead of just having this flat way of just drawing on the polo. So for that one, to displace it properly, I need to have a displacement map. So I'm gonna do this the black and white photo of the guy. I'm gonna see that as a displacement. Save it as a PSD. And then we're gonna go here to the lettering that I did. And then filter, distort, displace. I think the horizontal and the vertical scale here says that it's gonna move the pixels 10 it's gonna offset the horizontal and the vertical dimension of the pixels by 10 sizes. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna apply it again and then displace and then it's gonna ask for a displacement map, which is the one that I saved earlier. What the displacement map will do is it's gonna the filter is gonna read the white and the black areas of the image. And it's gonna distort the calligraphy that I did based on that black and white tones. So we gave it that. And if you notice, that's how it looked like earlier. If you notice, that's how it looked like. The letters are straight, but after applying the distort, it's gonna look a bit like this. So there's a bit of the letters. They're just moving around the moving of the cloth. So you don't have to liquefy it too much. It depends on how high res the displacement map is. So if you have a really good photo with the crisp details, it's gonna distort well. But for example this, you can use this for flags, for just draperies if you want put textures in them. But for example, if you look at the letter A here, the letter A is very straight, but if you look at it right now, it's gonna have that distortion in there. It just wraps much better with a cloth. So now we have this guy, and then after creating the lettering on his body, what I want to do next is I want to do something with that background. what would be nice is to just continue with the surfing idea. Like I'm gonna do a quick radial thing that's coming from his mouth. So it's gonna be, let's pick another brush. Maybe like that. Then maybe just, since I'm doing like a raw hipster style, it's okay to use a dry brush and not to be too conscious about all the
Excuse me, may
fine
nakaupo ka?
tuning, because it will look much better when it's raw, when it's it feels handled, it feels analog. So from there, like, okay, have it here. So from there, I mean, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to jump to the next step, which is, yeah, I have the background in there. So I have this background already behind the guy. I have enough space, enough breathing space down at the bottom for the tagline and the logo. And then last, just to like hug this better, I want some of that sand color on his photo to bleed out to some of the elements in the background. So to do that, I'm just going to use that color and then develop like some okay. Quickly, just put some palm leaves, and then we're gonna jump to this guy. Last but not the least, based on base here, I'm just gonna put the product shot by going back to the library from Paul, and then I'm gonna place this layer here. So I'm gonna have the cup here, and then I'm just gonna put it around the pump, just as a pattern around the guy. So finally, after a bit more retouching of the lighting and the element, this will be my final poster. So we have all the cups in there in the background, and then I added some lighting on top of the guy, and then that's done. Thank you.